So, meditation on the body is known as Vipassana meditation. It's one of the three meditations that the Buddha taught, and in essence it's what the Buddha contributed to spiritual tradition. So people teaching mindfulness of the breath and kindness before the Buddha, but it was that connection between the mind and the body which was the Buddha's contribution, and that awareness of the body in the present moment leads to wisdom, panya. And a key element of wisdom, of seeing things as they are, the way it is the factors of existence. Dukkha, there's an unsatisfactoriness to everything, an impermanence, anicca. And the third is ignorance, moha. Yeah, it's that ignorance of the first two that we're looking to get rid of when meditating on the body. We can see the impermanent nature of sensations, and we can feel the impermanent nature of our bodies. All this can be found in the present moment awareness. And there's no right or wrong way to meditate on the body. There's some schools of thought that are formulaic. But whatever we decide to do for this session, we stick with. So today we'll start at our feet and work our way up. And as we're working our way up, we're expanding, so we're slowly filling the whole body with awareness, rather than a spotlight. There's no reason to start at the feet. There's no reason to start at the head, but we have to pick somewhere, so today we're picking the feet. We note if our feet are warm or they're cold, and we investigate in a playful way, trying to find the warmest toe and the coldest toe. If there are any strong, unpleasant sensations in the feet, we can sit with that. With kindness, we can let that sensation break up and disappear. Sometimes if we've been on our feet all day, we can find our feet having, I think they're called hot spots, short, small, very intense, painful sensations, and we can use our awareness just to help dissolve them. But if our feet are comfortable, we can try and find the subtlest sensation if that area just in front of our heel is hard to find a sensation, or the inside of our ankle. We focus on where we can't feel anything until we can. For me, if I find myself overthinking, I use my feet, the awareness of my feet, as that's the furthest thing from my head, and for me it seems to work. Once we feel ready, we can grow that sensation, that awareness, up to our knees, and we can play around with the sensations, investigating. Always trying to find the subtlest sensation. often when our mind wanders, we can catch it reasonably quickly and go back to what we were meant to be doing. But if we're struggling, or this period of sitting quietly brings strong sensations of agitation, restlessness or sleepiness, we can use the breath just to calm ourselves or arouse energy if we need to. So if we're really struggling with agitation and we just can't seem to quieten our mind, we can take 5 or so long out breaths just to help calm the mind. If we've been busy and we've sat down for the first time and our mind's drifting from thought to thought, but in a sleepy way, then we'll focus on 5 slightly stronger in-breaths. They don't need to be very strong, but just slightly stronger and slightly longer than usual, with a real focus on that energizing quality. And once we've found ourselves back in the middle, we can keep focusing on the body. We can expand our awareness to our entire lower body. We can feel the sensation of our sit bones on the chair and the backs of our legs on the chair. We can feel the sensation of our trousers on our legs. Once we feel ready, we can incorporate the lower half of our torso, so our lower back and our tummy. We can feel our tummy move with the breath. We can feel our lower back against the chair. we can feel how pleasant that feels. Now we're roughly aware of half the body, we may start to feel waves of sensations flow throughout the body, along with the pattern of the breathing. You may feel a subtle tingling throughout our lower body with the in-breath. We don't have to create anything that isn't there, but we're just trying to investigate and find in those subtle, pleasant sensations that background, pleasant sensation that is often forgotten about when we're busy, and reveals itself when the mind is quiet. And if you feel ready, you can expand that awareness for the whole of the torso. So our chest, our shoulders, whether you can incorporate your arms as well. We can note how easy it is to find sensations in our hands, but how our upper arms can feel almost have almost disappeared compared to the sensations in our hands. Or you might feel that there's energy or waves of tingliness flowing from our chest into our hands, or from our hands into our chest. But what we want to do is investigate what we're feeling. Always looking for those, the most subtle, the most delicate sensation. For the last 5 minutes, I'll try and be aware of our entire body. We can investigate particular sensations, or if the mind is particularly calm, we can be aware of, or we can play around and attempt to be aware of the entire body all at the same time. And if we practice being aware of the entire body the whole time, we can find that's incredibly enjoyable.